I have to say, I'm a little ashamed of myself right now. I was just coming home from a doctor's appointment, and there was some construction on the street, and the whole street was blocked off. They, from the point where I was meant to turn onto that roadway, all the traffic was saying to go in the opposite direction, which I did not go because my house was in that direction. And because of the traffic, because of the construction on the street, I was riding on the pavement, which you're not supposed to do unless there's a bike lane on the sidewalk. And I say that because it's a little important to the story. I'm riding on the sidewalk, and there's a guy a little down the street. I should say that because of my Philadelphia upbringing, I'm always looking super far ahead of me to see what's going on in the direction that I'm going in, because this is what helps me avoid troubles, right? So there's a guy coming towards me. I start veering, he's walking on his path. I start veering away from the path that he's walking on, and he starts walking to get back in front of my bike, right? And I was like, okay, maybe he didn't see me, so I veer in the other direction, and he crosses back over to get in the path in front of the bike. So of course I'm like, all right, what we about to do, right? So as I get closer to him, I'm getting a little irritated because he does what I would think is very normal here in Germany. People get upset when you're not following the rules, which is you're not supposed to be riding a bike on the pavement if there's not a bike lane on the pavement. So as I'm going by the guy, or as I'm getting closer to the guy says to me, he says something in German, and I'm assuming he's saying in German, get off the sidewalk. But I'm irritated again because he should be able to see that the whole street is blocked off, right? And so I say, all right, relax, all right? And as he gets closer, I see him do like this because I got earbuds and I'm listening to the symphony. The Juice Crew, probably one of the greatest posse cuts ever, but that's besides the point. So he gives me this motion to take out my earbuds. I assume that's what he means. He makes this motion like this for me to take out the earbuds. Then I say, all right, yo, relax. And I didn't even look at him. And I thought he was gonna, try to give me a lecture about riding on the sidewalk, which seems to be very typical German behavior, right? This just the culture. The people like rules here. But I was super irritated because I'm like, dude, you can see that there's construction over there, so why are you bothering me, right? So I ride a little bit more, and as I'm looking far down the road, I see police. And I immediately hop off the bike. So I start walking the bike because I kind of start getting a clue of what's going on. And as I get closer, there's some women that have been stopped by the police on bikes or whatever, and they're getting tickets or whatever, having to show IDs. I can see all this. And I'm just like, shit, I don't know if they saw me. So I'm walking, just waiting to see if they're going to stop me. And this is when I realized that the guy that I kind of dismissed was trying to help me. He was just trying to get my attention to let me know that, yo, there's some police down there and they're giving out tickets for riding on the sidewalk. And I felt super bad about that. I felt super ashamed in that moment because I really, really dismissed that guy so rudely. Although I thought he was being rude to me, for like stepping in my way, and he didn't do like one of these like, hey, he just stepped in my way. But my perception of his rudeness is not an excuse for me to be rude. I'm not trying to be that kind of person. So I walked the bike the rest of the way. I wasn't sure if they had seen me or not, so I was just waiting to see what was going to happen. But luckily, I just walked past. They didn't see me, and I got to the corner, and I got back on the bike. And I get on my bike to just keep riding. And I don't know. I started feeling bad. So I turned around and I started riding back in the direction I had just come, because I wanted to catch up to that man who was only trying to help me. And I wanted to apologize to him because what I did was wrong. I mean, I thought he was, being rude in my mind for stepping in my way. And yeah, he didn't do the like this, so I knew he was trying to get my attention. I saw that as him being aggressive. So this is why I was so dismissive. But that's not the person that I want to be, and I realized, I was just wrong about that. And so I turned around, I went back, I rode for like 2 or 3 blocks for one thing, because I was trying to turn around, I didn't want to do anything illegal because I didn't know if there were any more police around. So I had to ride a little bit further, then stop at the light, then wait for that to turn green this way so that I could cross over and then go back and everything like that. And by the time I did all that, besides the walking up to the police, I couldn't find the guy. And I rode like 3 or 4 blocks, like trying to see, if I could catch up with him, but I couldn't. And I don't know, man. I probably ruined that man's day. And he was only trying to help me. So, I mean, I guess what I want to say about that is like, no, not we. I have to be the person that I believe myself to be and not do things like that anymore. Sometimes people are trying to help you. You don't know. Like, until you hear the person out, you don't know what's going on. I'm saying this because I'm really ashamed of myself right now, because I don't want to be that kind of person like that behaves this way. Like, even if he was being rude to me, I don't need to be rude. I don't need to let my perception of someone else's actions cause me to act in a way that I don't want to behave. And besides that, I was just wrong. As my mom would say, I was loud and wrong. And yeah, I feel super bad about that. So because I couldn't apologize to him personally, I'm apologizing to him now, here, because I probably ruined that man's day, and he was only trying to help me. I was wrong. That's it.